Yo, what's up? It's your girl LaTocha Scott, chilling with YouKnowIGotsoul.com.
So, you made a successful comeback of sorts with your new single, Bad Timing. It's been very successful so far. Just talk a little about the creation of the song.
Well, actually, it was a personal experience from one of my girlfriends. She was trying to get with this guy, and then at the time it was just bad timing because he had just gotten out of a relationship. And so just sitting down with her, just writing down the personal experiences, thus, bad timing was born. So a lot of times when I'm writing, I will take from other people's personal experiences as well as my own to be able to come up with something that's relatable, something that women can definitely be involved in, whether it's, the feeling of healing or just the feeling of just singing along. So that's just a real good song to me, and I've been hearing a lot of good feedback from it, so I'm very happy about it.
Yeah, and it's done very well. I've read that it had over 100,000 downloads as soon as it came out. People are just, I think, happy to hear your voice because, from Xscape. And in a time when R&B is changing so much, you think people are just happy to have a voice like yours back?
I think it's a familiarity because they know the voice, like you said before, because of Xscape. And because the music has a message, it has substance. A lot of times when you find music, it's got a lot of auto-tunes. And my music is not like that. It's something that, like I said before, they can relate to. And just something that they can sing along to. So, I think that's what it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
You've also got the song Complicated with Wale. Just talk about that song a little bit.
Complicated. A young writer by the name of Chef Tone came to me with the idea for Complicated, and then we wanted to get a rapper on it, and he suggested Wale, and I definitely was like yes, because I love the way his flow is. Wale is one of those type of artists that he can rap about anything and it feels good. And plus, I love the song Flower Bomb. That's actually my favorite fragrance. So cool. When I was like, oh yeah, it's definitely going to be a great marriage. So he did good on the record, and I love it. I love the record.
Cool. So I was also reading you're working on an album coming soon. What can we expect on there?
Ooh, definitely soulfulness. A lot of people know that I come from the church, so that's definitely my foundation. Some hip hop, I have Wale on the record and a couple more people that I'm gonna have on the record. So I'm really not done with the album that's coming next year, but I'm gonna put out an EP the end of this month, where people can expect some good singing again, and give them something, because nowadays people are not trying to go out and buy CDs because they're not impressed with the whole record. They think maybe you just get one song off their album. And now I have to make sure that I let them know that it's going to stay around for a long time. So the EP is coming, and then the end of the year I have a tour. So I'm going to be working.
Cool,
You'll see a lot of me real soon.
Nice.
Real soon.
And will the sound on this album be comparable to the sound of Xscape?
Yes. I don't think that's going to go anywhere.
Okay.
I never waver from that. I just have one of those distinctive voices, I guess, because I hear that all the time. It's nothing that I can escape from. So, yeah.
And, you had your solo debut in 2003, and did you always have a plan to come back with another album? It's been a while since then. What was your plan all the time?
I did. Anytime you love music, I don't think anybody can keep you away from it, whether you're just writing it just to have for yourself or writing it for others. I couldn't stay away from the music. It's been a part of me since I was very young. I grew up listening to my father and his brothers, Scott 3. They definitely inspired me to want to sing, and I just, you miss a part of your life, and music is a part of me, so it was just time. It was just the right time. And I saw a shift in the music industry. It was songs that, I was like, okay, we need something else. We have the bass driven, we have this going on, we have the auto-tunes, but nobody's bringing the real anymore. And I just wanted to make sure that I had that staple music, I
read a quote online, basically, someone mentioned, it doesn't matter how long you go away or take time away, with your voice, you're always going to have an impact on R&B. Do you feel that's the case? Because you have such a powerful voice.
I do. Even now when I hear Luther Vandross or I hear anyone that makes timeless music, that's what it is. It's timeless. You can't put, it's not dated. So, and I want the same love and compassion from others when it comes down to my voice. Of course, when you do something, you definitely want the accolades and the recognition from it. But it's good to feel good about the music and also get that recognition, you know what I mean? And then being able to do something that I pour my heart into, which is the music, so,
Something I was really impressed with, what you mentioned on stage, the foundation you have in mentoring young women. I'd love to hear you talk about that.
Well, it started with my nieces. They would come over to my house, and we just started talking all night long, and then they would bring their friends, and then their friends would bring their friends. And I found out a lot about these young women, how a lot of them don't love themselves. So I try to teach that, and I try to teach self-esteem and build it, because I had some problems growing up. I felt like I wasn't pretty enough, or I wasn't the right size. But being in the industry, I was able to use my gifts to overcome those adversities. And I try to let the girls know, you know, whatever your gifts are, use them. It's not so much about the size or you know, how you look. It's how you feel on the inside. So, you know, it's very dear to my heart. And they inspire me just watching them, you know, because they come and tell me what's going on in their lives. And I'm like, what's going on next? You know, so I just want to be that person that I didn't have growing up, saying, you know, you can make it. Try harder. You know, stay committed. And it's important for me to do that, to give back.
That's a beautiful thing. Really like that.
It is.
You know, just finally to wrap up, you know, there doesn't seem to be too many female groups these days in R&B having success. You know, why do you think that is?
I can truly say that I want to say the personalities do clash.
Yeah.
And women, we're very emotional creatures, and we work off of emotion. And a lot of times that's not always good. And, you know, a lot of times I can find men, they will fight it out, and they'll say what it is they have to say, and they just say, oh, you're still my brother at the end of the day. And females, we just don't have that common bond all the time. So with that being said, you know, if people are thinking about being in a girl group, just make sure that that's something that you want to do for a long time. Because it's a marriage. You know, you have to see that person every day, deal with them all the time. You know, and as far as me and my group, when we were together for years. You know, you're talking about going overseas, coming back, going back overseas. So sometimes you need that time apart to be able to grow. And I think that's what we are individually. But as far as the groups are concerned, I don't know. You know, I think it's everybody's own individual path. And I think we've all learned, you know, from experience. And all of us have become students of the game. We learned a lot being in the group. And now, you know, we're able to take that, you know, moving forward in our personal endeavors. Yeah, cool.
And then I guess just to follow that up, do you find it easier to record solo as opposed to the group, or is it just two different experiences for you?
Being solo is quite different because you don't have somebody saying, well, I'm going to sing that. You know, I don't like that. I can come in and I can really write about everything that I'm going through. And it's nothing against anybody else, but I don't have the cattiness that goes along with it. But as far as being around my sisters, because I still think that they're my sisters, it's different because I didn't really have to do none of the bottom notes. Candy always did the bottom notes, and then Tiny would do the top, and I would do the middle, my sister and I. So that part, you know, all the burden falls on that one person now, so it's now just me doing everything. But I just thank God for my gift and just being able to move forward in that gift. It just brings satisfaction.
Cool. So that's all we got for you. Anything you'd like to add?
I would like to say to all those people that supported Xscape, thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. And I definitely won't disappoint you with this album. I know that it's time to get back to the real. Thank you for your support, and look out for the next album that's coming at the top of 2013. It's your girl, LaTocha. Thank you.